Well, thanks a lot, Jim. I think we have about 10 minutes. If the Deputy Minister is agreeable, we plan for a 5-minute transition, but Mr. Minister, if you think you can get from your seat to the podium and I can introduce you in less than 5 minutes, maybe we can extend our Q&A time here a little bit. We'll have a mic come around. This is being recorded, so if you wouldn't mind waiting for the mic to ask a question. Direct your question to a panelist or in general, whichever you like, but please do keep them brief since our time is limited. And lastly, there are a couple more seats. I apologize for the size of the room, but there are a few seats sprinkled throughout if anybody else wants to have a seat before we go into the next session. So, Admiral McFadden.
Boy, that was quite a tour de force. Paul, I'd go a step beyond what you did, beyond understanding and analyzing. How do we want it to turn out? I don't think the outcome's predetermined. Is it possible we can influence Chinese strategic intent? And I argue that, or others argue, that we must politicize the process, not depoliticize it. I would suggest that China is already part of the tacit alliance in Northeast Asia. I think we need to balance the seemingly contradictory policies of cooperation and engagement on one hand and hedging on the other, that it's not one or the other. I think our goal is to engage and cooperate more and to then, as a result, to have to hedge less. The U.S. and China, for example, can cooperate to protect ocean commerce, to sea lane security, like there's some rudiments of in the Gulf of Aden now. It's far more likely that, I think, that the U.S. will find itself operating with a Chinese aircraft carrier 10 years from now west of Malacca chasing pirates than it is it will be shooting at that aircraft carrier near Taiwan. Even if all that I'm saying here is wrong-headed, we need to put all our effort into making it so. I think the U.S. and China should be striving to march into the rest of this century as partners. Yes, it's going to be damn hard, but it seems to me we've at least got to try. One more comment with respect to North Korea. China at least argues that it doesn't apply more pressure on North Korea because it fears unintended consequences. I would suggest another thing. The right direction with respect to North Korea is to transform North Korea. That's a far more complex process than we've undertaken so far. So I just at least wanted to note there's a debate on some of these issues, and that debate, if nowhere else, is going on in my head.